to fresh evidence and the admissibility of some of the
Alright, so day 2 of Vybz Kartel retrial. Alright, so my source of information is coming from The Star and Observer. Alright, so Vybz Kartel is saying that a retrial would hurt his dependent, the incarcerated entertainer Adidja Palmer, has complained that a new trial will hamper his ability to provide for his 17 dependents. A 17 people we have? Anyways, the entertainer, who along with his 3 co-accused, are awaiting a decision on whether they should be retried, are acquainted of the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams, submitted in an affidavit before the Court of Appeal that he is the sole breadwinner. The matter was highlighted by Acting Director of the Public Prosecution, Claudia Thoms, who yesterday asked the court to strike that the portion from the affidavit has been irrelevant. Alright, so the affidavit is basically a statement when they sent to court. Alright, so welcome back to another installment. You know the procedure already. Want to click on this video, support the video by giving this video a thumbs up, and also support the video by commenting your feedback on the matter. Alright, so basically day 2 of Vybz Kartel retrial. You know, another day in the Gideon, another day in hell. You get me? Because trust me, Vybz Kartel life has been a living hell since he has been locked up in 2011, and it's like there's no way out of it. You get me? I say, so despite what them say, despite all them make it seems, it's like the boss now come out until him finish him sentence. Alright, so Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, who along with Justice David Fraser and Paulette Williams, is hearing arguments to determine whether there should be a retrial, however, ruled that the portion should remain. He is thinking about the ordeal. We won't strike out this fact that he has 17 dependents. We will see how it comes out in the wash, as they had put it. They will bring it together. McDonald Bishop said, nothing that the court will decide what way to give the argument that a new trial will affect his ability to earn and support his family. So basically, what I want to say is, a retrial now have nothing to do with him making money and supporting his family. That's what I'm saying. I remember he's an entertainer, he's a dancehall artist. And the only way dancehall artists, well, the main way that dancehall artists make money is to travel, is from concerts, stage shows, etc. You get me what I say? So basically this I put a big in upon the man making money. So basically a total foolish matter. Alright. Similarly, Vybz Kartel co-accused Kahira Jones also submitted that a retrial would present a financial challenge for him. I am advised by my current lawyer and do really believe that the Jamaica justice system does not afford any opportunity for me to cast thrown away from the first trial, Jones said in his affidavit. So Thompson also took issue with his argument, but the Justice McDonald Bishop said if him lawyer tell him that he won't get back any money for the first trial, I don't think anything is so wrong with that. He is not compensated, and now he is saying he want the money to prepare for his new trial. Leave it alone. It is the effect on him to face a new trial. They can speak to any hardship they face, the judge further remarked. Vybz Kartel, Jones, and St. John and Sean Sam Campbell were convicted in March 2014 for Williams' murder and sentenced to life in prison a month later. A court of appeal upheld their conviction in 2020. However, on March 14, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica Final Court of Appeal, overturned the conviction of the grounds of juror misconduct. However, the Privy Council did not free the men and instead ordered that the Court of Appeal could decide whether there should be a retrial. Alright, so basically what me I get from this is the judge basically has say no matter what the situation is, once you were convicted of a crime, you need to spend the time. Basically that's what me I get from him. Cause both Vybz Kartel and the other person, the co-accused at the event, them still say oh them a go face financial problems if there should be a retrial, because them know so the retrial is gonna be outdrawn. The retrial is gonna be for a long period of time. You get me I say? And for them to be going back and forth in court, you know, so they are definitely gonna need money to pay the lawyers, you know, and we think that one of the biggest problem when facing a long court case. You get me a second? Because every court case the lawyer attend, you have to pay the lawyer money. And those are some top lawyers. So and this is a top case, so yeah, can't even imagine the amount of money they are paying the lawyers. And the judge basically say he don't care what the situation is. Once you're convicted, Alright, so the hearing is expected to last for 5 days. The four men were convicted on March 2014 for Lizard, Clive, Williams, blah blah blah, and sentenced to life in prison for a month. A month later, the Court of Appeal upheld their conviction. However, on March 14, 2024, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council Jamaica Final Appellant Court overturned the conviction on the grounds of juror misconduct. However, the Privy Council did not free the men, as instead left the decision with the appeal court. So Cartel and Campbell are being represented by Isaac Buchanan and Alexandra Labeach, while Clark and Shavira are represented Jones and St. John. Alright, so as I said before, it's a five day hearing. So this will go long for 5 days. This is the second day, and the second day things still don't look good. Vybz Kartel has send out a deviant, him and Kyra Jones, stating that he have 70 independents. Kyra Jones stating that he's having financial problem. So basically the same thing Vybz Kartel say. Must say a retrial would hinder um them for providing for their families. You get me? I say, and that is, bro, yo, I don't even know that. I don't know nothing about the law system. I don't know nothing about that event. That event is some kind of statement sent to the judge. But for you to be locked up in 2011 and paying lawyer fee from that day till up to now, and then getting to the Privy Council, I'm honestly no saying probably have to do some spending to get to the Privy Council. You get me? I say, 'cause if it was that easy, majority of the person that was locked up majority of the person that are locked up in Jamaica prison right now would have reached out to the Privy Council and be freed. But the thing with me can understand is, I thought that going to the Privy Council would be the last resort, in terms of when I go to the Privy Council, they will decide to free him or to serve his sentence. But the fact for you to quash the conviction and yet still you are still on trial for that same conviction that was quashed. This is just beyond my comprehension. I honestly cannot understand what going on. You get me? I say, and the further this thing goes, is like it's getting closer to the end, and yet still you're not seeing a way out. That what me basically I get from it. Yeah, they are not seeing a way out, because the judge and the DPP is basically showing resilience to say that there is no way to get out unless we say so, despite whether or not they have evidence, despite whether or not you have sickness, despite whether or not you have some sort of a deviant with dependence on it, 17 dependent on it. You get me? I say, but to me, I think it's unfair. I think for someone to be convicted for that long, it must be a reason for that. You get me? I say, must be a reason that he's been convicted so long. He's been convicted and being locked up for so long. You get me? I say, but one is to think, if it's a case where he's guilty, I think I think he's guilty for something else. But the fact that they only can pin this on him, or the fact that they only found evidence for this, that's why. Because fun and joke aside, if Vybz Kartel is guilty, right? If they know that Vybz Kartel commit a lot more murders than where that he's convicted of, right? And they want to hold on him till his sentence is finished. That can be understandable. But based on the law, no one is guilty until proven guilty. And in order for you to prove someone guilty, you have to have solid evidence. You have to have evidence that are not tampered with. And for someone to tamper with the evidence, that means they are not guilty. You get me? I say, 'cause the only way you would have tampered with the evidence is if the person is not guilty. If the person is guilty, there wouldn't be any tampering of evidence. There wouldn't be any juror misconduct. You get me? I say. So there's a lot of things have to do with this case. To be honest, meeting a retrial would be a good thing, because they would have to come up with new evidence. But for him to be 15 to fucking 14 years in his sentence and still you guys want to do a retrial? Come on, dog. I think if a retrial was to be taken, that should have been taken about a decade ago. Why this long? Well, anyways, till I'm out.